if you click the link?
I am loading the presentation.
Do you have to request for permission?
No, I'm here. I didn't even have to request for it.
We are cooking.
We actually are getting good at this podcast.
We're getting real good at this. So as you can see, Andre, the name of this company is called FlightStop.
Yes.
Now let me stop and quell what you think this might be right now. This is not a gas station.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah. That was the one.
Yeah.
As I was running this by my brother, he's like, kind of sounds like 1,000 things have this name. I'm like, I know, but it's
just get through it, all right?
So let me talk about some pain points that exist in the world of traveling.
Yes.
One, and then this is specific to flying in airplanes, of course. Airplane amenities are unpredictable. And what I mean by that...
So unpredictable.
I go on a flight, like, unless I'm flying the same...
No clue what's going to be available this
Are there going to be plugs? Are there going to be a TV?
Yes.
Do I get pillows? You just never know.
I've complained... So, like, anybody listening to this knows my airplane woes, which is it doesn't make sense to me that before you're on the aircraft, you have no clue if there's going to be a plug or a screen or
no idea.
Anything.
Not until you get used to it, like, oh, I guess I can't charge my device.
Exactly.
Great.
Yeah.
Number two, we all know that suitcase space is valuable and limited.
Right.
You can only pack so much stuff. Problem number three, as a parent, traveling with parent stuff, specifically car seats and strollers, pack and play is a big pain. Next problem is that inclement weather when you travel can sometimes really blindside you. You fly somewhere and there's a rainstorm or snowstorm, you had no idea. And then generally flying is not a very comfortable experience. Like there's so much room for improvement in the flying world. So let me tell you what FlightStop is. FlightStop is a rental kiosk. Now, bits and pieces of this have existed in the past before. There used to be a service where you could like rent a personal DVD player and then return it at your destination, right? So this takes that concept and broadens it pretty substantially. Now, the idea here is that there's a few different areas that this is going to focus. And if you actually go to slide 5 real quick, you see it. So entertainment and technology, relaxation and comfort, clothing and apparel, baby and toddler gear, food and travel incidentals, and then some last-ditch postage, which I'll get to.
Yeah.
The idea here is that I am going on a flight. I didn't bring my Nintendo Switch because it's just a quick there and back. I didn't necessarily want to pack my $300 device, but I can rent one at this thing for the 3-hour flight. I'm into that.
Right.
I also didn't charge my iPad because I never do. My kid was using it, so I left the iPad at home. So I'm not. I'm at the mercy of. I hope there's a TV in flight, anything. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be twiddling my phone on airplane mode. Or at FlightStop, I can go ahead and rent a preloaded iPad with all a bunch of great classic movies. Right. Same with Kindle. Yeah. I want some nicer headphones, some Sennheiser noise cancellation. Right. It's all right there. So that's one is like entertainment, right? Another big area is going to be just comfort, right? Like I outside of the Turtle, which is like very compact,
which is special.
It's special. Most travel pillows are huge and clunky, and they like take up room and space, and it's a pain to bring them around. So the idea here is like you could just rent that stuff for limited, one flight there, you could do it on the way back. And then this one again, you don't relate to as much, but like having to bring a pack and play anywhere is horrible. They're like 50 pounds and it sucks. So this one's actually different. So this one you land somewhere and you rent the stuff on your way out. Yeah. Same with the kind of a big poncho, clothes or coats, gloves, things like that. I think it'd be super easy to roll this out to every airport in the world. They already have kiosks that exist, and I think you could do this in two different models. You could have an actual person in the kiosk for some things, but also like those Best Buy kiosks where you could just
drop you stuff.
You stuff, right? And I think a fun little kicker with this kiosk would be a little postage FedEx type thing where it's like, oh, I can't take this on the plane. Oh, I realize it's too big, whatever. And I can just drop ship it right there to my final destination. It's a better flying experience because you get all this stuff. It's pretty affordable, and the ROI is pretty good because like I buy one Nintendo Switch or 5, and like my initial sunk cost, but like they're paying me $30 or $50.
Well, and I think they're paying travel prices. Right. Like it's not like I went to Rent-A-Center, which is also like really expensive, but I've never been to Rent-A-Center. But so it's like you're gonna take advantage of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? In a way.
And there's one really, you can cleverly bundle a lot of the stuff together. Where like there's a relaxation bundle, it's $60, and you get the whole thing. You get,
totally.
I think it'd be pretty easy to manage, and there's enough parts of existing models that exist.
Yes. I'm obsessed. Like, this is one of those ideas where it's just like you walk out of it and you're like, I wish so badly this existed.
Right?
Right. And so, I mean, just like picture this. You get to the airport and you have a 3.5 hour flight to DC.
Yep.
And you're like, my phone is, maybe your phone's at like 20%. You're like, I can't set up my phone off flight, and I don't know if I can charge it because you don't know.
And everyone's huddled around the pillar taking the outlets anyway.
Yes,
so it's
exactly. It's December, and it's like, so that's a problem. It's like cold. And all I really want right now is I want to freaking sit on the plane and play a fully charged Nintendo Switch. And I want a blanket
with some Sennheiser, some
exactly.
noise cancellation,
right? And it's gonna cost. I understand it's gonna cost me, but like I'm the kind of person that pays for Wi-Fi on the plane, like every single time too. That's a costly endeavor.
Totally.
If I can take some of that cost and then add a little more and get a Nintendo Switch with some games and a pair of headphones and a blanket, life changing.
Life changing. That flight is now totally different experience.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
It's like. And I think like everybody, so many people win in this. Like you as a business owner, you are providing a useful service and you're going to make, like I said, a good amount of money. Like people would want this, right?
And take something like a Kindle where it's like, I have my Kindle with some books that I want, but like imagine a Kindle that I've already bought 1,000 books on. And it's like, oh, there's this new library of stuff.
Yeah.
And you buy 10 of them.
Yes.
You know, and it's like
rent those babies out.
Whatever your flight, there's some books there. Like whatever type of flyer you are, there's packages for everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
even a kid package, right? Like a coloring book and like something like, oh, I didn't even think about this.
Yes.
You know, like
why doesn't this exist?
Right?
It's very odd to me.
So the closest thing that existed that I've seen as I've traveled, and I think it's not even there anymore. It used to be this like kind of a multimedia area. Where you could rent like a portable DVD player with a movie and like
which makes me think that there's not like some crazy law against it, right? I mean, it clearly is something that
the worst you'd run into is on the multimedia side is like maybe there's some weird like I can't give you my library of movies. Maybe.
I don't think so.
But like you're not buying it, you're renting it.
Yeah, you're renting it.
It's my equipment.
Like, I paid for it.
I paid for it. Exactly.
I don't know, but there could be something weird there.
Sure.
I understand that. But
and your credit card's on file, so if you break or take anything, it's like, sorry, you just paid for it.
Yeah, totally.
So it's like
I do think so. Now that you say it, I do think there's got to be something with that where I can't just give you an iPad and the iPad already has 1 billion movies on it.
Yeah.
That we paid for, but now But even in that world, even if I could just get the iPad.
Yeah.
Then we're already talking. Like we already got a conversation. We already
because there's Wi-Fi that you can buy or preloaded games. There's so much stuff.
So many things that are potentially going to work there. It's clearly an amazing idea, and it's an airport kiosk. Like it's not like you don't need some big huge space.
No. And there's versions of this that are completely remote. They're like a vending machine. So like all you're doing is going in the morning. You're taking out inventory, putting in new inventory, and just like cleaning clothes, or if you're doing coats and jackets and stuff.
Totally.
It would be so easy.
Why doesn't this exist?
FlightStop.
Why aren't more people talking about this?
Right? This should be a headline.
Like this is crazy. I think clearly a good idea. I like the name FlightStop. Your brother's giving you a hard time on that. I think that's probably a good name for it.
Stop by the FlightStop on the way in, the way out.
We're gonna get you in. I love the idea. Nintendo Switch. That whole idea is just.
And there's stuff, there's other things that I haven't even thought about that are like, oh, but what about like this thing that I take on the plane? How great would it be to have X? That somebody, one of the thieves is yelling at the radio right now, being like,
What if they had this?
What if they had this? You know. And actually, I think one other clever way you could revenue model is one of the most insane things about airports is like the cost of food. And if you could bundle in some things where you're like getting water and chips and things at like a reasonable price because you're paying a premium on everything else.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm into that. So now I'm getting the blanket and a nice tall bottle of water that I'm not paying $7 for.
I'm going to have the best flight ever.
Yeah.
Great idea. Really love the idea.
Feeling pretty good about FlightStop.
Amazing.